Well, in our poll, we found enormous enthusiasm for the idea of a year of mandatory public service for 18 to 25-year-olds, except among 18 to 25-year-olds. Most Americans over 30 thought that was a great idea, but under 30, they thought it was not. Our pollsters, Mark Mellman and Whit Ayers, likened it to attitudes about public transit, that it was a good idea for somebody else to do. So, Chris, what do you think, the idea of a year of mandatory service? It could be in the military or the Peace Corps or AmeriCorps or Habitat for Humanity.
You know, there's only a few things that U.S. citizens either have to or get to do. We have to pay taxes, we get to vote, we have to serve on juries. If you're male, you have to register for selective service. If you're female, you don't. But I don't know if that will change soon because of females in combat. But this idea that you volunteer in a way for service by signing up, we have that to a degree already. But we're not compelling people, we're not conscripting people into the military, we're not conscripting people into national service. Our entire military is all volunteer right now, which I think is very important, and for decades has been an all-volunteer force. So just like anyone who volunteers for AmeriCorps, who volunteers for the Peace Corps, who volunteers to run for office, everyone who served in the military, everyone in the military today, volunteered to serve. And I think that's important because many times military service inspires other types of service. As far as making it, compulsory and mandated by law, it's a difficult proposition. But maybe an easier proposition is to make it a cultural expectation, right? This idea that everybody has an opportunity to serve, and I want to interject that I was surprised at the poll that most people thought, about 2-to-1 ratio, that most people thought that opportunities to serve were ample. Because there's 500,000 people that didn't get into AmeriCorps last year that would disagree with that. 580,000 people applied, about 80,000 people or 85,000 people served. And so if we had a cultural expectation that everybody spent a year or 2 years, some short-term of service, in service, whether it was the military, AmeriCorps, the Peace Corps, whether it was local opportunities that are certified as bona fide national service opportunities, we would create a country where everybody served, and where, as John often says, you could walk up to somebody in a cafe and say, so where did you serve? Where did you spend your year of service? And maybe not everybody has an answer, but most people would. And I think that would lead to a better cultural view of service, and that people want to be something bigger than themselves, and then that could elevate to even the way we feel about Congress, and understanding that just like you can serve here in Philadelphia, someone else chooses to do their service on Capitol Hill or elsewhere.